and welcome back to the Silver Swanner channel. This is the 24th video in my US typeset series. Before we get started with this week's coin, I want to let everyone know I've been gone for a while and now I'll be back and uploading a little bit more regularly over the next couple of months. So do look forward to some new videos and exciting content. And that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So for this week, we're going to be adding this 1976 silver-proof bicentennial quarter. So with the bicentennial of the United States, Congress had authorized the mint to produce special coins for that occasion. They produced bicentennial versions of the quarter, half dollar, and dollar. The quarter, the obverse was unchanged, so it just pictured the same depiction of George Washington in profile, and the reverse only was changed. The reverse was designed by Jack R., and it features a colonial drummer and a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars. This particular quarter is actually a 40% silver quarter. The mint had made about 11 million of the silver proof sets. Interestingly enough, they only sold about 4 million of those. And when the price of silver spiked in the 80s, they melted down the rest. One other interesting fact about the bicentennial quarters, half dollars, and dollars is that they were, one, a dual date coin. So you'll see on the bottom of the coin 1776 and 1976, but they were also issued for 2 years, both 1975 and 1976, obviously. The interesting part about that is there were no quarters, half dollars, or dollars minted in 1975 that actually bear the date 1975. So if you have anything to do with 1975 where it's something special to you, unfortunately, you're not going to find any quarters, half dollars, dollars minted with that year. That being said, let me take you in and let's add this coin to the album. And welcome back, everyone. As usual, I have the red book here with me. A couple things I want to point out. I see a lot of people, when they find the clad quarters in circulation, they go ahead and think that they're something special and they should keep them. You'll notice they've minted 800 million plus of each, so 1.6 billion total. So if you find one of these in circulated condition, just go ahead and spend it again. It's not worth keeping even. You'll notice again, for the proof sets here, like I said, they minted 11 million of them. They only sold 400,000. And when silver spiked in the 80s, they went ahead and sold off the rest. So when you would have bought one of those proof sets, this is actually what you would have got. So we have our quarter, half dollar, and dollar. And here are their special bicentennial reverses. We're not adding this quarter. This is a set, and I bought this a couple years ago at this point just to have the set for my collection, but I got loose a couple of the quarters. The quarters actually came in these capsules from the mint, and I have never had as much difficulty getting a quarter out of a capsule as I have with these these quarters, these bicentennial quarters. So here's a close-up of the reverse, if we can get the focus there. So there is our colonial drummer. I hear a lot of people say drummer boy, and that's definitely not a boy, that's a man. Pretty bland, if you ask my opinion. You know, relative to some of our state quarters in America, the beautiful quarters, which really had some cool designs on them. Some of them weren't that great, but a lot more variety, a lot more really cool ones. Again, just a drummer boy and the torch and the 13 stars. Not really something that brings the bicentennial of our country to mind. All right, so the other thing I wanted to mention in the red book here, really the only way to tell a nice silver coin from the clad, especially a nicer clad coin, is by weighing it. So I actually have my scale out here. And I have the coin that we're actually going to be adding to the album here. You can see it's in pretty good condition. There's a couple little spots here, but overall, very good. It took me about an hour to get this thing out of the frickin' capsule. Just unbelievable. So we're gonna go ahead and put this little cloth down here, tear that out, and then weigh our coin here. And it comes to 5.84 grams. Go ahead and set that to the side. And I'll show you, according to the red book, we're supposed to be 575, so roughly in that area, so we know that we got a 40% silver bicentennial there. That being said, let's go ahead and add this to the album. It's been a while since I've added anything to this. I have been working on some other albums in my absence, and maybe in a future video I will share some of those. If you're interested, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know if you're interested in scoping some of my other albums. All right, so we're on the page now. You'll notice we have all the bicentennials here, so they're not with their respective denominations. And of course, I'm a little rusty getting these in, although that feels good. And that's right. Right, and there we go. So, as always, I will go ahead and throw updated pictures of the album. And finally, I will total my running cost on the album up to this point. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. And here are my updated album photos. Like I said in the introduction, I will resume uploading videos, working on my typeset, albeit at a bit of a slower pace. And here are my updated running costs. I got this quarter as part of a larger lot off a YouTube stream, so I don't have the exact price. I'm going to go ahead and call it $25 times face, which would be $6.25. I didn't pay any shipping for this, so that's going to bring my total cost for the coins to $843.15. I paid $32.49 in shipping, and that brings my grand total to $875.64.